Vancouver, British Columbia. It's Seattle's beautiful twin sister to the north. But beneath the tranquil surface, a sordid secret has been festering for more than a decade.
If somebody does stop and pick me up, that, I could end up being dead.
Dozens of Vancouver's most destitute and desperate citizens, drug-addicted sex workers, have mysteriously vanished.
Sex trade workers can easily be found in at least half a dozen neighborhoods around Vancouver. But one of the interesting elements to this case is nearly every one of the missing women on the list disappeared from this single 10-block strip. Anita knows this strip intimately after working it for years, but now has managed to stay clean and off the streets for 60 days.
I got tired of putting myself up for grabs.
After a decade addicted to drugs and turning tricks, Anita is now literally scared sober.
I don't know who it is. It could be a drug dealer, it could be just somebody that's well known. It could be a cop for all I know.
2 of Anita's friends have vanished in the past 10 months, including one who leaves behind 2 small children. A mother herself, Anita has now endured the pain of drug withdrawal as she desperately tries to turn her life around.
I didn't want my kids growing up to think that their mommy was one of the missing women in Vancouver.
More than 40 women are now listed on a webpage made by Friends of Vancouver's Missing Women. It was created out of frustration that after more than a decade, Vancouver police still don't have a single lead.
Nobody else has ever had this situation anywhere in North America that we're really aware of, where there's never been bodies found and there's never been crime scenes.
We certainly aren't going to assume that somebody is dead if we haven't completed reviewing all of the files. They could be missing, they could be elsewhere, we don't know.
Investigators do say 18 more names will be added to the list in the next few weeks, bringing the total to 45. One will likely be Lee Minor, last seen in 1993.
We were really different, but she was a good person and she was my sister, and I'll love her until the day I die.
Erin McGrath remembers Lee as bright and beautiful until she slid into drugs and prostitution after her husband's suicide.
Here we are at a family outing.
Her family filed a missing persons report when she vanished. But Erin says the Vancouver police promptly lost the file and never returned her calls.
It's awful, but I keep comparing it to, we lost our dog once and we called the SPCA. The SPCA called back. My sister goes missing and we try to get attention. They never call back and they never, they don't even care. They don't even act like they care. It was awful.
After 15 years of disappearances, Vancouver law enforcement is under increasing public pressure to crack this case. People who knew these women say more must be done, and soon.
I'm terrified for the women that are living today in East Vancouver, that they're going to have to go through the same thing that my sister went through, which I'm sure wasn't pleasant. Because the person that's doing this is not an amateur. He's been doing it for a long time. He's got it down pat.